What's going on YouTube? It's your boy B Mac here, back with another Mackonreal. So, my marriage anniversary is coming up this weekend. It's actually on 4/20, right? Don't ask me no questions. I'm not entertaining none about 4/20. I'm simply just stating that's the date that we picked to get married on because we thought it would be funny. Anyway, so in the time that I have with y'all today on this Tuesday, not sure if this is going to get loaded up on Tuesday, but hopefully it does. So anyways, while I have you guys, I want to talk about, I know I've done some videos about love lately, but I want to talk about marriage, right? And I don't strictly want to talk about marriage from my point of view or my understanding, because I've been married twice, right? First time I was married for a total of 5 years, really more or less 3, because she and I were separated in the last 2. So we were together a total of 7 years, right? We were together 2 years, then we got married. We was married 3 years solid. So after that, she didn't want to be married anymore, let me know she wanted a divorce. We went our separate ways. For whatever reason, it took 2 years. Finally got the divorce decree. Then 2 months later, I got married to my current wife, right? Now, a lot of people would say, oh, you rushed into this marriage, you didn't give yourself time, whatever. I look at it in the sense of I didn't want to go another day without her being my spouse. Now, have we had our ups and downs? Yes. Have I done some things wrong sometimes? Yes, just as she has too. But what I want to talk about marriage is the fact that here we are, though we're currently living separate and trying to figure ourselves out, we're still trying to make time for each other. We're still trying to make time for the family, We're still trying to, get a place together again and, rehash things. So my question is, or my thought is today, is what about love, or what is it about someone that makes you continue to fight, continue to try, and continue to try to make things work out? Because, if anybody that was a fly on the wall between some of the stuff that my spouse said to me, some of how our temper flare-ups have gotten just places it shouldn't go, many people would say, just like many people have told her, oh, I don't know why you stayed with him, he's sorry, he this, he that, when I wasn't working, he ain't got no job, or he ain't got this, he ain't got that, and, on the same front, it's like, oh, well, what is she doing for you, and what is, what happiness she bringing in life, and, the thing about it is, nobody can really answer that, outside of she and I. And, who knows, we may just both be crazy, or whatever. That's a joke. But I know what attracts me to her, and she knows, or let me reword that. I know what she has that attracts me to her. She knows what I have that attracts her to me. And vice versa. And so basically we're drawn to each other, and we feel it's more on a spiritual connection. Now, granted, we had a baby early into our relationship, so a lot of things kind of got sped along, and we didn't really take the times to work out things that most couples work out in the few first months of dating. We didn't really figure that out. So we kind of went at each other a lot of different ways, but again, it was more always me talking about, man, I'm done with this, I'm not dealing with you, whatever, because again, I've been married before, and so for me, if I see something that reminds me of a previous situation, I'm like, man, I ain't dealing with this, whatever. But on the same time, I hate to, use this analogy, but it's almost like, she's almost like an abused puppy, you say, go away, leave me alone, whatever, and somehow, lo and behold, she will hit me up, a few days, weeks, however much time we take apart later. Hey, just thought about this. Can we talk? Can we do that? Because the thing about it is, she's very persistent. I will give that to my wife, hands down. She's officially the most persistent person I have ever met. I mean, when I say persistence, I mean there's just some things that she will have you be like, man, damn, you gonna ask me that again? And she will not give up on it, And so for me, I appreciate that, because she never gave up on our love. And so, again, back to my initial questioning, what about a situation makes you realize, this is somebody you want to go to bat for, you want to, continue to be in the trenches with, go through struggles with, whatever, because even in your darkest days, you still know that some part of you loves them. you know that you want to be with them. But, you know, I feel like a lot of times what we go through as adults, we are so programmed into thinking a certain way that anytime somebody tries to change that, good or bad, we fight it. So like, and she's like, oh, you know, you're being neglectful, you know, you're not giving me this, giving me that. Whether I believe it's true or not, just the fact that I feel like you're trying to change something about me character-wise, I now naturally take issue.
Guidance to your destination.
Same thing is if I told her, you know, hey, well, I don't like this about you and I want you to change it. She would feel on a personal level, I'm trying to change her. And so whether she felt like it was right or wrong, you know, for example, wife has bad temper, needs to work on that. Depending upon the way I bring that to her, she's going to feel some kind of way, because now it's almost like, as opposed to coming to you constructively, it's almost like you're taking a shot at, you know, my person. And I think a lot of times we have to get out of feeling that way, because that's actually where a lot of conflict arises. As opposed to me just being like, oh, damn, babe, you know what? I'm going to take that into consideration. You're right. I could be more affectionate. I could be more loving. No, all of a sudden, I'm like, nah, that ain't true. Blah, 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 blah. You don't know me. And, you know, you don't know how I was raised. So I don't really do the whole affection thing. Blah, 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 blah. And the same thing on her end. Well, you don't know how I grew up. You don't know this and that. You can't tell me I'm a hothead, blah, blah, blah. You get angry, too. And so now, instead of finding resolution, you two are at each other's throats. But what all I'm saying is, when do you reach the point of where you're like, damn, we could just talk this out and we could just be happy? You know, like me and my wife, I'm guaranteeing you, if anybody asked her, she would tell you all day long, oh, I love my husband, I love my husband. Now, if they asked her some things she didn't like about me, she'd have a fucking laundry list for that too. But she's still in it, then I'm still in it. And, you know, regardless of whether people say about us or not, you know, we, from our marital counselors, telling us that those two have been together over 30 plus years. She done stabbed him with a knife, she done hit him with a car. Now, this is all before they were saved, because both of them are ordained ministers. But just crazy drama. And I'm like, well, I don't want to, you know, go through all that to find out, oh, how much I love you. But at the same time, you know, I've already went through one failed marriage, and unless it gets, you know, to the point where there's infidelity and folks are getting physical, I'm in this one for the long haul. You know, I'm in it to win it. And so I just want to, you know, kind of reach out to the fandom that I do have, because, again, some of y'all do watch, I check. And, you know, it's kind of like, what is it in your relationship that makes you say, you know what, one more time, one more try. Let me try this again. Let me keep pushing toward this. Because, you know, again, we all have relationship ups and downs and highs and lows. And, you know, that's not what everybody puts on social media. Everybody wants to paint the perfect picture on social media and then have, you know, their fights and their slugfests behind closed doors, which is all good. You know, all I'm saying is you got to learn, especially, I know from speaking of my personal situation, you got to learn to argue constructively and healthily. Because sometimes, you know, you trying to get your point across now turns into an verbal assault session, or y'all are going back and forth because, as opposed to there being more care in the subject matter that was approached, there wasn't, and you just said it, and now the person feels like you, as my spouse, who's supposed to have my back, is blatantly disrespecting me. I'm not going to go for that. And so you get a lot more enraged or a lot more heated because you expected more out of that person. So what is it that you dig deep down for that allows you to continue to push forward and fight in your relationship? Me, I can already tell you right now, for me, I've known my wife since 2008, and though we were kind of just like, when I see you and we hang out, you know, it's whatever at first. After getting to know her, I like the kind of person she is. Like, she's very driven, she has a lot of ideas, she's a very hard worker. She's a Virgo, so, you know, I like Virgos, that's cool. As a Piscean man, I just think there are a few quirks that we can all build on to help, you know, make relationships great. You know, like me, I got to get my finances together. I already know most chicks ain't gonna want to stick around with me with that, you know, but again, that's based on stuff that I've done or things I haven't necessarily put out the way I wanted them to. So we all have our things about people, but I know, like I said, for me, in my heart of hearts, even when I'm pissed off with her, even when I don't want to deal with her, I still kind of check my phone to see if I heard anything from her, because I still do love her. I care about her. I don't want nothing bad to happen to her. You know, if anything, if she's crazy, she's my crazy. And you know, just kind of
In
shout her
about
out in that
1/4 of a
sense.
mile, right
Love you, babe.
turn.
Looking
Then
forward
in
to our
2/10 of a mile,
anniversary
left turn.
time together, and hopefully, you know, it'll be more of this years and years down the road. Appreciate y'all that have watched. Appreciate y'all that continue to
Right
watch.
turn ahead.
Like,
Then
share,
in
subscribe,
2/10
follow
of a
me
mile,
if you want
left
to.
turn.
Follow me at BMACK388 or on Instagram, or you can hit me up on Facebook. Just look up my name. Again, continue to like, share, subscribe, and continue to love each other, you know? So this video is going to be the premise, or I'm going to title this one, What Makes You Stay? All right? You have a good day. I'll post this when I can.